Welcome to CSN the Network Podcast. This is your host, Kayvon Cutler, with my amazing co-host, Dre Nazario and Malik Hampton. How are y'all doing this evening?
Doing great, man. How's everybody else doing?
Here.
Big episode.
Yup. Y'all know it. Y'all know me. Blessed and highly favored, blessed and highly favored. As you can see, me and Kay are together, so I am in the capital city. By the time y'all hear this, I'll be gone though. Womp. How you feeling though, brother?
Man, y'all know me. Like you would say, blessed and highly favored. Definitely doing better now that I'm talking to you two. Like Drizzy said, we together for the first time in over a year. Well, almost a year. Shoot, when we did the PJ Harrison interview, we was in the same hotel. That's the last time Dre and I got to record together. Our first like 20 to 30 episodes, Malik and I was side by side. So it's just a blessing to be here for our 100th episode, man. This is definitely a big accolade for us. You know what I mean? A lot of people, we ain't even gonna give the naysayers and haters too much energy tonight. You dig? But I know they definitely didn't think we'd make it here. But look how quick we made it here. You understand what I'm saying? We still here, still producing content weekly, good content. We got more interviews coming for y'all. So I'm just excited and blessed and thankful to be able to have this platform and have this platform with my siblings, man. I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else. And I mean that genuinely, man. So episode 100, we here, we made it. Congratulations, Leak, Dre. It's been a long ride, long run, but hey, man, we're just going to keep going, keep building off this, man. I'm happy for y'all, for the platform. It's just a beautiful moment, man.
For sure. Glad to be a part of it. Like you said, it's been a long time coming. Just to think back on how it started, and then to see the vision come to light. It's been rewarding. Especially this year, it's been challenging, but we found a way to pull it together. And figure out a way to come together and record. As often as we can, as consistently as we can. So, big up to you guys and thank you for putting up with my challenging schedule. But we here. Y'all ready?
Lake, you got anything you want to add before I know we're going to reflect later on, but if not, we could hop right into it, B.
Let's hop into it, man. There's plenty of time for that.
Word.
Let's get it. We're gonna start off with the NFL. It's been a while since we talked it. So everybody give me your updated top 5 power rankings.
I got mine.
Yeah, where you go, bro?
Lake said he was ready.
It disappeared.
I swiped over. My bad. Can y'all see me still? It's still
Yeah,
good,
we
right?
can see.
100%.
Okay, I was making. Yeah, I swiped over to the mic part. But the Lions won, the Chiefs 2, the Vikings 3, the Eagles 4, and the Steelers 5. That's my top 5 on the power rankings. I think the Lions are playing. I'd pick the Chiefs to beat the Lions in the game right now, but the Lions have been playing the best, all year. I feel like consistently, especially here as of recent. Bro, I did not know. I thought the Vikings had more than 2 losses, bro. I did not know their record was that crazy. I had them a little lower in the power rankings last time. It was my mistake because I thought they had more L's on the season. But that's my top 5 right there, bro. I think that's the solid top 5.
No, 100%. I agree. And to your point, I was looking at, of course, watching the game last night. Our Rams and Niners played. Of course, we'll address that here shortly. But when they were going over the playoff picture, and I noticed that the Vikings are in the wild card hunt, although they are 11-2, I'm like, dang, they only got 2 L's still. So I promise you, I was thinking the same thing last night when I was watching the game.
What's the Packers record?
Packers got 3 losses. Yeah, so they're like 9-3.
Got you.
Yep. But for
that division is really competitive. My bad, bro.
For sure, yeah. They got 3 of them in the playoff picture from the same division out of 7. That's wild. But for me, my top five playoff rankings, excuse me, power rankings would be number one, the Lions, number two, the Chiefs, number three, the Eagles, number four, the Steelers, and number five, the Bills. Um,
Say that again.
yeah, number one, the Lions, number two, the Chiefs, number three, the Eagles, number four, the Steelers, and number five, the Bills.
Am I tripping, or did you just leave the Vikings out the top five?
I did. Yeah, I did.
How that make sense?
I just think the Bills are more dangerous than the Vikings, in my personal opinion.
How? Why?
Josh Allen, 100%. I got more faith in the Bills going way further in the playoffs than the Vikings. I told you I'm not completely sold on Minnesota all the way. Shout out to Coach Lee, but and Randy, but
But you sold on the Bills?
I am, bruh, after seeing what they did, not only to us, but some of the teams that they have beat throughout the season. I think Josh Allen is definitely, for sure now, top two favorite to win MVP. So I think in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? I think that's only going to excel. So that's who I got in my top five.
Bro, y'all sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Y'all not good this
I'm
year.
gonna lump y'all with them weak teams to build. Bro,
Malik, stop calling us sorry.
y'all are very.
Y'all not good this year, bro.
Y'all not good this year, bro. It's okay.
Malik, we not talking about Alabama though. We talking about San Fran. San Fran ain't sorry.
Yeah, they
And neither
are.
is Alabama.
They both sorry, but San Fran really sorry this year.
No.
Y'all ain't got nobody playing.
Yeah, y'all not good
It's
this year.
injuries, bro. I tell you, if we sorry,
I just
I
can't
do it
accept
all the time. We sorry,
word.
we sorry.
Word.
Can't be good every year, man. But I don't like that top five you just put out there. I ain't gonna lie.
Why? The only difference is the Bills. Only difference is the Bills and the Vikings. That's the only difference.
You just said the
Why do you,
Vikings 11-2 though.
No, 100%. But I went with all division leaders as Malik saw. Everybody that was aforementioned all lead the division, number one in the division.
bro? The AFC East is the worst division in football, probably. Still,
Mm. We could play the Patriots, but the Jets and the Dolphins straight.
nigga, the Jets sorry, bro. What are you talking about, bro? What are we talking about? Bro, you juicing people up. I can't believe we had to stop here, bro. I understand we just talked about the Vikings, bro, and then you just left them out the top five.
I know,
It just
but
threw
we
me
can.
off. Crazy,
I
bro.
I ain't want us to have the same Power Five for the 100th episode, so I had to,
Bro, if it happens that way, that's what it is. But all right, I'll accept it. We can move on, but that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. We had a big division game between the Rams and San Francisco
Last night.
last night. Can y'all talk to us a little bit about how that game went?
I'm gonna go first because mine will be short and sweet. Devondre Campbell.
I got him looking out the window.
Word, nah, because he got me hot, man. For our listeners that don't know, so all right, Dre Greenlaw, star outside linebacker, came back for the Thursday night football game against the Rams. Okay, he got hurt in the Super Bowl, tore his Achilles. This is his first game back, right? Campbell, linebacker from the Packers, that was his replacement. He was standing in that role until Dre Greenlaw was healthy enough to return. So last night, Dre Greenlaw came back, and you guessed it right. Campbell did not start. So Dre Greenlaw got hurt at a point during the game because he was leading both teams in tackles up until the fourth quarter. That is when, I guess whatever injury he had, it looked like a calf injury because he was using the massage gun. That's when he had to, step out of the game. And Coach Shanahan asked Campbell, would he go back into the game, Drizzy? And he told him no.
Mm.
He told him he was good. Matter of fact, he started going to the locker room. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in full support of that. So I definitely wanted to highlight that aspect of the game. I definitely feel like you should be cut. I'm not, the person that, tries to play people, or Malik and Dre know that. Like, but if you gonna quit on your team like that in real time, like live, I'm not with you being on the team anymore. So I definitely feel like you should be cut, and I'll tell you that to your face, brother. But overall, it was a rough game to watch offensively for us. Defensively, I feel like we played well. The Rams and the Niners both were selling out on stopping the run. But they had more success offensively than us, obviously, with them winning the game. Brock Purdy threw a crucial interception in the second half, late in the game. I don't know why he didn't hit Ricky Purcell on that out route. He tried to force it to Jawan Jennings uh, down the sideline and ended up throwing a pick in the end zone, which ultimately ended up killing us. We never really, I mean, we got the ball back, but it just wasn't enough time after that point. So to answer your question, Drizzy, it was a rough game to watch offensively. We couldn't really move the ball because our run game, they were strapping our run game. And then offensively, Debo dropped a touchdown pass. I'm not blaming Debo. It's just the weather conditions. I know it was raining last night, but
Was
still,
that a touchdown?
I feel like it was. If you check the film leak, nobody was over there. It was nothing but grass. Had he caught that, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna play the bull. You feel me? I know. Leak silly, man. Overall, it was just it wasn't a complimentary game. We didn't play complimentary football. Special teams played well, defense played well, offense didn't play well. So I think going forward as a diehard 49er fan, we gotta have some conversations. We gotta see, if we can. I would like to see what Brock Purdy does. Like I would like to see him on one more year. I don't know if we should pay him quite yet. I'll go ahead and say that now live on air. I don't know if we should pay him all the way, the big bag quite yet. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to see him go one more year before we commit to that. Debo got to take a pay cut. I'm gonna go ahead and say it on here. I got a Debo jersey, Malik. Debo got to take a pay cut or he got to go. He makes 24 million a year. The lack of production that he's showcasing, I'm not really appreciative of that. Um, and outside of that, we just got to get healthy, man. We looked good defensively with Hufanga back, Nick Bosa back, Dre Greenlaw back. Like I said, I don't have anything negative to say about the defense, man. Offensively, we look stale. I could just feel Kales in my spirit. I know he would have something to say about Coach Shanahan, but it's tough to move the ball when you're on your fourth string running back. So it was just a tough game, man. Salute to the Rams, even though I hate them just being our division rival, but they got the dub. They swept us this year, and that's that, man. It's looking like our season is done. So
This nigga said it was gonna be short, then did a
Soliloquy, bro. Come on. I don't want to hear that, man. Hey, but it's funny how things change. I'm hearing a lot of tune changing going on over there. We won't dive too far into it, but I want to start off because mine ain't gonna be long, Drizzy. I want to start off. I want to ask you a question. You said you would tell Devondre Campbell to his face that he's soft.
word.
He's 6'4", 240.
That's cool. That's
I'm
cool. I'm
just
si-
saying,
I'm
is
6 foot 237.
hey, bro, is huge on the field,
No,
bro.
word is born. Yeah, he tall for sure.
He huge. But yeah, I mean, K really hit it all. Ain't nothing to talk about. We swept y'all. We still in the playoff race. I'm, pretty for sure y'all season is over, respectfully. I don't care about Brock Purdy because we was talking about that, you know, last year. You know, I don't care about, y'all stuck with him, Payne, you know, y'all, you and my brother specifically, we've had so many conversations about Purdy, and Purdy ain't a bad quarterback, but it's hilarious to hear how much y'all's tune has changed. And we was trying to tell y'all, this is why I be trying to tell y'all, bro. I talk football, you know, I talk football, you know. A lot of people don't talk football. A lot of people, they got their biases towards their team, you know. Unfortunately for me, You know, my teams ain't been too good in a real long time. Well, not the Rams, but I've had stretches of bad play, so it has allowed me to really hone in on everybody else as well. You know what I'm saying? Really take a deep look into things. So I don't be hating. I just be calling it how I see it, you know. I'm glad you seeing it now too, you know. Take those biased glasses off, and watch the game. You see what I'm seeing, Kay? You see what we seeing? I'm glad you coming around. But as far as the game, it was a good defensive game. For real, for real. I'm happy our defense stepped up, stopped the run. It's hard for the Niners offense to get going, period, without their run game. So the fact that we stepped up to that challenge is such a big game. Happy about that. But yeah, other than that, we got a couple more big games coming up. We can't slip. I just called the Jets trash. We can't slip and go lose to the Jets because they trying to ruin people's season right now. So we can finish out with our last two division games because we finished out with Arizona and Seattle. So we went out, we win a division, we in the playoffs. That's what we trying to do, and yeah, go Rams.
Word. With that being said, um, a soliloquy ago, Kay mentioned, Kay mentioned the MVP race. Who y'all got? Who's y'all's favorite to win MVP currently?
Saquon Barkley for
I knew you
me.
would say that.
For me, it's
I
Saquon.
I wouldn't mind Saquon getting it at all. Actually, I think if he cracks 2,000 yards, even if he don't break the record, I think he should get it. If he cracks 2,000 yards. If
Ain't no
not,
if he cracking 2K.
you never know. You know what I'm saying? I thought AP was gonna break the record that one year, and they, you know what I mean? They
He
strapped him.
almost did. He was a couple yards
He
short. Like
was.
it legit a couple yards. You remember watching the play? He was
Yeah,
a
for
couple
sure.
yards short, bro.
But if he don't crack 2,000, I think Josh Allen should get it. I mean, Malik, he just came off a 6 touchdown game. He looked like me on college. He had 3 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing. It's crazy.
Bruh,
Hey, so
I
y'all
don't
not
agree.
Lamar done?
Yeah, I mean,
They keep
to
losing.
everybody else, Lamar is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
to your point, they just keep losing, Drizzy. Yeah, and they got 5 L's. It's tough.
they got 5 L's. Um, Funny enough, though, one of their biggest wins is against Josh Allen. You
Yeah.
know, but to keep it funky with you, I got Saquon because I think Saquon is they could now don't get me wrong, they could have done this with Swift. I'm not saying Swift is the same as Saquon, but he's that type of back, you know what I'm saying? Like he can what y'all laughing at, bro?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm something fucked up over here, bro. Y'all over there laughing. I'm
No,
like, what's going on?
nah, bro.
Bruh. Hey.
We gonna tell you out.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my gosh, this is wild right now, though. Nah, man, it's
No.
gonna be hard to focus.
I'm just trying to make sure, bro. Good.
Word.
Oh, is it? Oh man. Um, but what I was saying is, bro, I think Saquon, just his impact on the team is just insane, bro. I can't do this, bro, while y'all over there laughing. This is hilarious. Bruh. But yeah, man, Saquon's had a big impact. But I ain't with the Josh Allen smoke, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. This is what I'm talking about. We change narratives, bro, based off of what the media be going with, bro. And they on the Josh Allen train, bro. And I'm not with it, bro. I'm not with it. I'm not with it at all. At all. I'm not saying Josh Allen ain't having a good season, you know, but people then got bold enough to get on TV and start saying he the second best QB in the league again, and it ain't no, it ain't no contest. This is what it's been, bro. He done played more games than Lamar Jackson and still don't got better stats than Lamar Jackson. And if you think I'm just talking, go look it up.
Nah, I'm with you.
Go look it up.
I always thought it was this though, Malik. I think the idea that he's doing more with less, you feel me? That's why I'm kind of jacking him being in the MVP conversations. You feel me? Because he's doing more with less. Like we didn't think they'd still be leading their division. Granted, Tua got hurt.
I was about to say, you act like Tua ain't get hurt. That severely shot the Dolphins down.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they not having a good season, but you gotta look at what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I mean right here. Last year, everybody had so much of a complaint about Lamar Jackson winning MVP because his stats was not crazy. If you look at Josh Allen's stats, his stats is not crazy. That's why they hyping up this 6 TD game. Because prior to the 6 TD game, what he had 22, 23 tugs on the year. Now they want to talk about rushing stats. Oh, you got to include rushing stats. Oh, but when it comes to Lamar Jackson, they don't want to talk about rushing. Well, we know he's a good rusher, but can he throw? No, bro.
They keep moving the goalposts.
They move the goalposts because of who they want to talk to, who they want to talk about, bro, who they want to prop up. And I'm not saying Josh Allen ain't good at all. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he just jumped up there because of his team success, if that's what they want to do it, I give it to him. But you got to look at how they playing ball, bro. It's not even just more with less, K. They picked up Amari Cooper. They still keeping the same formula, bro. They are running the football. And they using him to run it too as well. But they are running the football and keeping him from throwing it because Josh Allen will turn it over, bro. If he got to sit back there and throw a lot, he will turn it over. I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the conversation. I'm not saying he shouldn't be top 3. I'm just saying, look at the optics. They are moving the goalposts right in front of our faces. And I don't like it.
And K falling for it, huh?
He falling right for it.
Nah, hear me out. Hear me out real quick, though.
Lamar and Josh Allen played head-to-head this year. They don't want to talk about it. I told y'all the other week, Stephen, they got on TV and lied. Straight lied to the people. The whole nation said they had a comparable game when they played each other. Lamar and them won by multiple touchdowns. Lamar had 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. Josh Allen had none and multiple turnovers.
Yeah.
But he got on TV and told them people they had a comparable game. And people running with it.
Would it interest you to mention that Josh Allen is first in the league in QBR, 6 in passing touchdowns, and he has with him being 6 in passing touchdowns because he has 23, he got 8 rushing touchdowns. 9 rushing touchdowns. So you do the math.
Yes.
2 total touchdowns.
Yes. I have this argument all the time with my brother. QBR, I like the stat, but if we're really dissecting quarterback play, I don't want to hear QBR. I don't want to hear about QBR when it suits Josh Allen's case to finally get his first MVP. I don't want to hear about that because Lamar's QBR been sky high since he's been in the league.
Got you.
But what they want to talk about when it comes to Lamar, they want to talk about passer rating. QBR and passer rating are different. QBR accounts for rushing stats and what the quarterback does rushing the ball. Passer rating does not.
Right.
Passer rating is just straight efficiency. And Lamar Jackson has played less games than everybody that's above him right now. It's just a fact. I'm not saying Lamar should be in. I'm just saying it's crazy how Lamar just got tossed to the side and he ain't did nothing wrong. His team lost. His team that dropped a couple, but so has everybody else's. Josh Allen got 3 losses.
It's what have you done for me lately?
Division and they leading it. Yeah, the optics look different, I guess, but
it's what have you done for me lately type of. You know how we are.
We've seen them. We've seen them play this year. We've seen Josh Allen put some stinkers out this year. Am I lying? What do he do against Houston? Go look up the numbers, everybody. We got multiple games where he's played bad football. You can't say that about Lamar Jackson, can you? Nope. And I'm not even advocating for Lamar. I'm just trying to show y'all the optics. I'm sorry this had to be this long right here, but I hate the optics. Josh Allen is a good football player. Josh Allen is one of the elite quarterbacks in our league. I have no shame in saying that at all.
But is this a good year for quarterbacks in general though? Like I feel like a lot of quarterbacks are, or the big names are struggling right now outside of
A lot.
Lamar.
It's definitely been some surprise QB play from people that we didn't expect it from. I think, yeah,
Tua
I think
got hurt.
it's been a yeah.
Jalen
I think you
playing
could say it's been a
okay.
down year
Yeah.
for quarterback play for sure. And
Jalen.
that's my thing.
So he's
It's been
like
a
he's
down year for quarterback play, but guess who has elevated their game this year? Lamar Jackson.
because that's that would be my point. Like he doesn't stand out when everybody's playing well, if that makes sense.
Who?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, exactly. There you go. There you go, Drizzy. They're using this opportunity where Mahomes keeps scraping by wins because it wouldn't even be a conversation if Mahomes was playing good. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You see, they don't want to put Case talked about him a couple times on here. Why they ain't talking about Jared Goff being in the conversation?
Yeah.
Go look at Jared Goff's numbers. Tell me what Jared Goff doing this year. But they are so hesitant to put him in the conversation. They want to talk about the team being so good and the run game being so good and all this. What is James Cook doing?
No, that's true.
What is James Cook doing week in and week out? Tell me how many games they win without James Cook. Bro, that's what I'm talking about, bro. It's crazy for real. It's really crazy. But shout out Josh Allen. He should be an MVP candidate. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they have wrote everybody off and made this a two-person race, and just like I told y'all last podcast, they just started to really name him. But what I say last podcast, if you don't want to give it to Lamar Jackson, don't just sit there and prop up Josh Allen. That's lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Saquon Barkley.
No, that's a fact. And to your point, James Cook does average he averaged 4.6 yards per carry because he balling because
I'm
daggone.
not just talking. I'm watching the games.
But Josh Allen, we gotta give him credit because
He
you love bringing up
nice.
that Ravens game. That was at the end of September. We in December. You feel
He
me?
nice.
So that
What
was
I
the
mean,
early
that's
part.
what I'm trying to say though. But that's what I'm trying to say. Other people have played better more consistently, but because they like Josh Allen, because Josh Allen is a name in this league, they gonna gas that shit, bro. 100%. Excuse my language, but they gonna gas it, bro. I just sit there and told you, Jared Goff ain't in the conversation right now. Why ain't Sam Darnold in the conversation?
They definitely should be. Jared
Bro,
Goff at least.
All right, guys. I think Malik has proved his point. We're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about some receivers. All right.
my bad, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I feel like we could talk about this all night, but we gonna move it along. Um, quick question for y'all: would you all say that Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase are the top two receivers in the league?
Yeah, they are. And that's crazy, because they was both stamped top five. But the fact that they 1 and 2, and the argument is what the argument is. We had this argument for years now, from Jetta's first year in the league to Jamar coming in. We've had this like in our group chat. Kay can attest to it, and it's always been like, who would you pick? You can't go wrong either way. You
Yeah, you
truly
nitpick.
can't.
Yeah, you got to nitpick.
You got to nitpick. You got to nitpick. And like, I know me personally, I always said I would take Jamar Chase just because he can score from anywhere, like legit anywhere. Like, and I'm not saying Jettis can't, but the fact that you can throw Jamar a screen and he gonna take it 90, a slant, he gonna take it 90, you know, a bubble, he gonna take it 90. Like that's and then he can do everything else intermediate or deep. It's crazy to me. So that's why I always took Jamar, but I always specified and told people though, Jettis can play anywhere. He
He
can
has been
play
saying
just
that
as
for years.
good outside as he can inside. So he might be more complete of a receiver, but Jamar's so talented. Like it's literally just pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but what? Yes, Drizzy, they the top two guys for sure.
And Malik, I love Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? I love Stephon Diggs. Who else would we consider up there at the top of the top?
CD
Tyreek
Lamb,
Hill. Tyreek Hill. Uh,
Tyreek, CD tough. CD
CD
tough.
is tough.
He
But
stand
all
top
of the
five.
aforementioned names as it currently stands, and I'm not just going off this season, you got to look at their track record. Regardless of injury, who's at quarterback, they going ball, right? So I think as it currently stands, Jamar and Jettis is a tier of their own. And I'm with you kind of in reference to leaning more towards Jamar. Because I told you when what's the name got hurt in college, Jalen Waddle. Remember, I told you I'm hurt. Jalen Waddle got hurt because he could score from anywhere. Not saying Smitty couldn't, but it's just a little different. And that's what I see between Jettas and Jamar Chase. So I lean more towards the guys that can, catch that dig route coming across and take it 70 yards. You know what I'm saying? Which Jamar Chase has done multiple times. I mean, that's the current triple crown, leader, y'all. He's about to win
Hold
the
on.
triple crown.
Hold on, Kay. Hold on. You know I gotta stop you and say, it's I understand what you're saying, but there ain't no comparison between Smitty and Waddle at all. Smitty is the GOAT. And I told you this. He the
Yeah,
GOAT,
yeah, yeah,
bruh.
yeah, yeah,
He the
yeah, yeah.
GOAT, bruh. You gotta put more respect on Smitty's name.
No, I'm with
You
you.
know.
But am I capping? Did Waddle
No,
not look
I understand what you
mad
said. Waddle
dynamic at Bama?
Waddle can score from anywhere. He can take
Yeah.
a punt back. I seen him. I seen what he did to LSU that one day,
You
bro.
feel me?
I know. Yeah, but Smitty, bro, I got a soft spot, man. I ain't even a Bama fan, bro. Smitty was what he did his Heisman year was crazy,
No,
bro.
that's a
I
fact.
ain't never seen nothing like that. No
No,
cap.
that's a fact.
He was gonna go for 300 in the chip, bro.
I know. I get mad sometimes thinking about
He was gonna go for 3. That's insane. Yeah, yeah. But nah, yeah. They're the top two guys easily, I think, you know. But I also told you it's a lot of good receivers in the league. So this top five is gonna be revolving. Some people gonna stay stamped and then it's gonna be revolving just because everybody gets so much production. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody was to argue Amon-Ra St. Brown was in the top five, you
what can
know,
you say? Yeah.
what can you truly argue, because
Yep.
he get busy week in and week out,
Easy. Yep.
He might be working out of that slot, but he gets busy, Same with CD, CD work out of that slot a lot, but CD can he's tough. He gonna put up numbers regardless.
That's a whole fact.
So yeah, it get to splitting hairs, but some of them dudes are serious and the longevity speaks for itself. We seen what they did in college. For them to bring it straight to the league, bro, it's crazy.
And that's my thing, bro. Like, yeah, I didn't think they'd
What
be able to
they
do
like
this.
in year 3, 2 or 3?
That's like this year 4 for Jamar
Yeah, I think this year 4 for Jamar.
and year 5 for Justin.
Yeah,
Okay.
5 and 4.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's all I have for the NFL. Hearts and minds clear. We're gonna move on to college football. The final playoff rankings have been released. Tell me some of your biggest takeaways from the rankings and what would you have done differently?
You want me to go, bro?
Yeah, go ahead, fam.
I'll go. Oh, let me get to my note real quick. Just a little quick note. You said who has the toughest road? Or what I
Nah,
do?
I said just tell me your biggest takeaways.
Just the biggest
And what
takeaways.
and what would you have done differently?
I mean, the biggest takeaway is, everybody crying because some people got left out, and the biggest takeaway for me is probably they gonna have to change some of the rules, the language and the rules, to get a better playing field. Because I ain't gonna lie, for the fan, it's good because we got some good juicy matchups, but some people got some easy roads, and you kind of like scratching your head like how they get that type of road, like a Penn State, somebody like that, they could easily end up in the championship game, as crazy as that sounds. Um, but yeah, I think they'll have to change the language and how they, as far as like people getting the buys, you know. Winning your conference, that's fine for automatic bid and whatnot. I think that's completely fine, but I think they need to truly rank the teams however they need to rank them, or however they should be ranked, to put a better bracket together, because some people got the short end of the stick, like Oregon, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got to buy, but if you see who they got to play to get to the chip, it's like, dang, like
They got a tough route.
tough route. And they the number one overall seed in the thing. Whereas I just told you, Penn State got some boo-boo down there. So I mean, yeah, they gonna have to change the language and the bylaws, and fix who gets to buy, you know, that way you can, weed out some of the teams, or that way you ain't got to worry about keeping some teams in there just because they've made it to a conference championship game, but they might have had like a weak schedule. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect what Indiana has done this year, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think they really can compete with too much of anybody in this thing, personally, and they might prove me wrong. That's the whole thing about football. You get one shot at it, any given day. But yeah, what I've liked to see, uh, maybe a Miami get in over, maybe like a SMU. Miami didn't make it to the championship game, and I'm not a Miami fan either. Kay will tell you I talk bad about them, but you know, that team might be more prepared, to play in this type of thing. And I mean that might not be necessarily the way, some people think it should be, you know, looked at, what I'm saying, and actually put in to fruition as far as the bracket goes. But, I think they can do a little bit better. I think taking the buys away will definitely help, just because some teams play different roads, to get to this, some people, their strength of schedule is not comparable. So I think they'll just have to change some of that. But other than that, man, I mean, it's the first one. I can't really complain about the people that did get in, because where I said I don't think Indiana might not be that competitive. They did run through everybody else that they did play. I think it was just the Michigan and the Ohio State game that gave me pause. That, like, they don't got the dogs for real. Because Michigan played them tough too. So yeah, I think they'll fix it. But it's the first year. I don't really have any quarrels with who really got in. You know what I'm saying? Personally, just for this first year, but I think they'll fix it next year because they don't want it. They don't want it to look like this. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, let's just keep it a buck, man. SMU gonna end up getting smacked, Malik. You know. So one of my biggest takeaways is they went with what would please the world, what would please national media in reference to a PR move, putting the SMU in there. I'm not even saying you had to put Bama in there because we lost by 21 points to a team that was 500. We shouldn't have lost to Oklahoma. So I know the listeners probably, want me to get up here and campaign for my Bama boys. We didn't deserve to get in this year. That loss to Oklahoma was inexcusable. You understand what I'm saying? But I do think Miami would have fared better against certain teams than SMU would. I think my biggest takeaways was just how they didn't consider strength of schedule with these playoff rankings, because it's almost like Dag Malik. Like, for example, we SEC guys, so our uh, non-conference schedule is going to be brutal, as well as our conference schedule. So if you're telling me that y'all not going to factor in those, non-conference games, then we could just line it up with our conference, and then let that be what it be. So if we play Mercer in November, I don't want to hear no lip. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all not considering the strength of schedule anyway. So those were some of my biggest takeaways. I'm not completely against SMU winning it because they did, earn their right to play in their conference championship. But overall, I just think they got to do a better job in just considering all factors. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, strength of schedule, who they beat, key wins. Did you have any wins against teams that's currently ranked in the top 25? So all those things I think should be considered. But I don't have an issue with it. It's going to be an interesting bowl season when it comes to the playoffs. My personal favorite, I think Georgia should be the favorite to win it. But don't be surprised if Texas makes some noise. So that's my take on it.
It's rough, bro, for real. And like what you said, like I can even see the opposite side of that. Like if you've been paying attention, Miami, Cam Ward has looked good all year. Restrepo with Cam Ward has looked all good.
Yes,
Looked good
he
all
has.
year, you know what I'm saying? But Miami lost 2 of their last 3 to unranked teams. It's hard. You start losing late,
Yeah, it's hard to get in
it's
there
hard
and
to get that optics
because
out of your
everybody's
mind.
scrapping. Yeah.
We already thinking about who gonna make it in. You keep dropping, you know what I'm saying? But they also should have lost earlier in the year multiple times as well. You know what I'm saying? They scraped by Cal, who had like a 21-point lead on them. Scraped by Virginia Tech, who lost at the buzzer. You know what I'm saying? So it's I can also see people saying like, yeah, Miami might have more talent than SMU. But Miami's looked shaky all year, whereas SMU hasn't. Not saying that they didn't drop some games. I'm just saying like they didn't look shaky versus inferior opponents like Miami did all year. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm in agreement with you. I think Miami will fare better, just from a talent perspective, but the optics is everything, man. That's why they gonna tweak it though. They gonna tweak it and they probably gonna expand it. They probably gonna do some play-in game. They probably gonna do some play-in games, bro. Watch in a few years.
I wouldn't be surprised. Who do you all have as your final pick to win the Heisman Trophy?
Me, okay. I'm gonna be honest right here. Me, they gonna give it to Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
The odds is super heavily in his favor. That's normally an indication that he gonna get it. I think Ashton Genty should get it. But that's just me personally. Just because he's the sole driving force of that team. You know what I'm saying? Like completely through. Top guy in the categories he need to be in. As far as the nation goes. Got his team to the playoffs, led his team to they're keying on him week in and week out.
And he's still balling.
And he's still going crazy. And he was only 130 yards short of Barry's record. But you got to put into perspective, he set out multiple halves. He set out multiple second halves this year because they was winning. And they just, give him some rest. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? He set out 8 quarters, 8 total quarters this whole year. That's the equivalent of 2 full games, if you think about it. Set out 8 quarters because he was doing too good. So I mean, I think it should be Genty just because that's a tough thing to do. As far as be the guy like that. put your team in position to win it all. As a mid-major, non-power five school. I know a lot of people want to talk about Melvin Gordon and some of these other big seasons we've won. Melvin Gordon that wasn't going to the chip. He didn't have a chance to win the chip. Like what are we talking about? What's I don't know. But that's not taking nothing away from Travis Hunter because I do think just off pure talent, Travis Hunter is the best player in the nation. Just off of pure straight talent, what you can do on the football field, what he can do both ways. I think he's probably the most talented guy out there, But based off this season, I can't just give it to the young bull, even though he is nice. But Genty, where his team is, you know what I'm saying, and how they competing for it. And I don't like the argument of either that Genty's in the Power Five, or Genty's not in the Power Five, Travis is, or what would Travis do with all them touches? You know what I'm saying? Like it don't work like that. They two different players. You can't get the receiver 300 touches, no matter how much you try. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, Also, I don't know if anybody else has been watching the Big 12 this year, but the Big 12 was damn near a mid-major conference this year. And I'm going to go ahead and speak up and say, because don't nobody else want to talk about it, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. That's mid-major football that was played this year in the Big 12. Flat out. Flat out. It wasn't no team over there that you thought could compete with anybody, any of the big dogs, anywhere else.
Nah,
Not one.
Nah.
Not
Y'all
one.
gonna try to say BYU no. Earlier
No.
y'all would say Kansas State no.
No.
So
No.
yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't like that. Like I said something the other day, and I don't know if they really gonna do it, but I don't think the Big 12 gonna be considered power football that much longer, bro. They
Oh,
gonna
that's a hot take for
consolidate
sure.
again. It's gonna be like a big two, big three. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else get in where they fit in type
Yeah.
Jones. Soon. I don't know how soon, but that's what's going on. But yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I just told you, Travis Hunter to me is the best pure talent in the nation. Uh, but when you don't lead either way, I'm not saying you don't make plays. I'm not saying you're not that special both ways. But when you're not leading anything either way, and your team ain't playing for nothing either,
They ain't make a bowl
I'm
game.
not. No, 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 no. They made a bowl game, but like
No.
nothing significant. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not competing for the playoff. They're not competing to win an Natty. Whereas Genty is. He in the playoffs. They got to buy.
Mm.
You know, I think that I don't know. They rewarding him for his talent, and I guess that's okay to do too. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't how it was all. That ain't how it's been growing up. Okay, like that ain't how the Heisman was given out. You know,
That's a fact.
team success mattered.
I think it was odd that he got the Biletnikoff award last night too.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying, Buddy from what is that, San Jose
San
State
Jose,
he
yes.
got the triple crown.
How
He
he don't
leading
get that?
catches, yards, and touchdowns. The whole nation ain't get it. And I don't want to hear this. He not playing Power Five ball because I told y'all what the Big 12 looked like this year.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
they
ain't me just
definitely
trying to down it. They look terrible.
yeah.
Deion is going to dominate that conference soon. Like completely, because he gonna have all the talent.
Yeah. I think I'm with you though in reference to Genty getting it. Y'all gotta think Boise State is the number 3 seed in the college playoff ranking. Who would have ever guessed that, gambled on that? He brought y'all, we all around the same age on this podcast. We
And
haven't seen Boise State relevant since we were kids, Malik.
before you continue too, bruh, his game against the Power Five was against the number 1 overall seed in Oregon. Go look up his stats. He almost ran for 200 on Oregon.
Word. And that's a good defensive team. So It's unfortunate, that he won't get it because I'm telling y'all right now, they are gonna give it to Travis Hunter. Rest
100.
assured, if he won the Biletnikoff, he's definitely getting the Heisman. I do think the young boy is definitely the most talented college player. We've been saying that up here on the network. But I'm all for acknowledging players that, have historical seasons, but also that historical season leads to playoff success, right? Like for example, the year Derrick Henry won it when Alabama was doing that thing, he broke the single season record, the SEC single rushing record. Yes, C-Mac's numbers were better collectively, but you got to think about what he doing, who he playing against, how they keying on him, like Malik just mentioned, and he's still putting up big numbers. I value that. You know what I mean? Travis Hunter
Who
don't
did
lead the
Watson
nation.
lose to in college?
Who?
Remember Deshaun Watson lost one that
Oh
people
yeah.
thought he
Yep.
should have got. I
Yep.
forget who won it that year, but yeah, Deshaun Watson lost one.
It's been a few snubs. I thought Darren McFadden should have got it back in the day, but that's another conversation for another day. You know what I'm saying?
You know who won it that year?
Yeah, Cuz from Oklahoma. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it gets nasty
No,
when
no,
it
no, no,
comes.
no, 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 no. Oh well, McFadden was a Heisman twice. He was a finalist twice. You're right. He
Yeah, yeah,
lost
yeah.
one to Tebow though.
Yeah, that I'm fine
Hmm.
with.
Yeah, yeah.
One of those years though, he lost to the quarterback, Oklahoma. I can't think of the name at the time, but
But even that though, Kay, and you talking about Sam Bradford. But even that though, bruh, I wouldn't have argued, bro. That was one of our down years with Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we went to the Gator Bowl that year. You know what I'm saying? Tebow sophomore year. Dropped multiple games. If you McFadden was the dog. I was
that's a
shocked
fact,
Tebow got it for real, for real.
man. Hey, Dre a fool, man.
Y'all still laughing at Cuz, bro.
Yeah,
We
man.
got to
Hey.
get off of here. Let's get to the next topic, dog.
Please, man, please.
No.
Yeah, I definitely think Genty should get that joint though. You hit all the
But
points though for sure. Like everything you said was valid. So
listen, uh, y'all talked about it a little bit earlier. Who do you think has the toughest road to the national championship?
Oregon. I think Oregon got the toughest road because they got the first round bye. But if O State handles business, they're gonna have to play O State. Um, and
A
then
lot of people think Tennessee gonna get O State.
I don't know, Drizzy. I don't know. That is gonna be a
Nah,
big
hold
game.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. That's free money. I think I seen the spread was Ohio State 7.5. Bruh, don't they gotta go to Tennessee?
I think so. Tennessee got the
Bro, I'm pretty sure
home
don't they
game.
gotta
Yeah,
go to Tennessee?
I think so.
Nah, they gotta go to the shoe.
For real.
Yeah.
Is it the shoe? Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, okay. Never mind. If they had to go to Tennessee, free money. Bruh, it's a bad matchup for O State. Don't get me wrong. Because Tennessee's got a strong defense and they run the ball. It's two things.
Yeah.
If Ohio State can't run the ball, bro, that's gonna be a tough
Oh,
ass game.
that's gonna be a tough day.
Tough game.
Cause y'all see how
But
they struggled against Michigan.
I think it's Ohio State or Indiana though, personally. Because Ohio State got to play Tennessee, and then they'll have to play Oregon, and then if they make it past that, they'll probably have to play Texas. If they make it past that, they'll probably have to play Georgia.
Mm.
Yeah.
They got four crazy games they got to win.
They ain't doing
They
no
they
playing.
not going. They I don't. They not
They
gonna
not.
run that gauntlet.
Yeah, they
Nah,
not gonna. They not gonna run that back.
I think it's them or Indiana, and Indiana just because I think they got them or Boise got the least talent, but Boise got a bye, so they automatically got a better shot. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
less games.
Word. Um. With that being said, we're gonna move into our hot takes. Remember, these are true or false questions. Simply true or false. Excuse
Drink
me.
hilarious. Remember, these are true or false. And keep them going.
Yeah.
Don't stop and keep them going.
Oh shoot. The first question I got for you, the college football playoff committee messed up the playoff rankings.
I'm gonna say true.
I'm gonna say false just because it's the first year. It's the first year. They went by the rules. The rules spit this out. They realized the rules is wrong, but they didn't do nothing wrong because they set the rules early. You know, some people just got mad because of where they fell.
Yeah, you said true. We will never see a player have the season Travis Hunter had.
I don't. I think it's more. I think I'm gonna
It's
say
the talent.
false.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say false just because Prime opened up the idea for some of these kids to be able to do that because there's more people out there that could do that. You know, I'm not saying that
It's just
they
not
are.
traditional, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they Travis Hunter skill level either. I'm just saying there's people out there that could help you on both sides equally. You know what I'm saying? Be productive on both sides equally. It's just not traditional. Prime really gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like he
The only
said it
thing I could
on the
say
pivot.
to Travis Hunter's credit is that his like motor, like he's
Oh
playing
yeah,
the whole game. He's not coming out.
Oh yeah,
at
he got good
all,
stamina for sure.
Yeah, like
at
Uh,
all. He
I'm
said
gonna
on the
say
pivot too. He wouldn't know where he would be if he went to FSU, and that's real. Because was Norvell gonna let him go both ways like Dion let him go both ways? You know what I'm
no.
saying? Like,
Heck no.
yeah.
I'm gonna say true, just from the simple fact, Malik. If you remember the last time someone played both sides of the ball and won the Heisman, it was Charles Woodson, right? Granted, that's the OG. Shout out to him. You know, Cleveland native. If you go look at the numbers, though, he was a special teams guru. Yeah, he played offense some, but he really got that Heisman off what he was doing offensively and what he was doing, you know, defensive primarily. You know what I'm saying? But in the special team games, he was killing, you know, punt returns, kick returns, things of that nature. So that's where all that came into play. You feel me?
That's why I
So
think it's possible, bro. Dion just opened up everybody's mind, bro.
but the
It
reason
could
why I
be
say it'll
done.
be a little tough because Travis Hunter, legit, he is. I know I said he wasn't number one in touchdowns, but he's like number four in touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
still top 10 in yards. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if we'll get somebody that's highly ranked as far as PFF grades. And I know you feel funny about that,
I was
which
about to say,
I'm starting.
don't we not doing
Yeah,
that.
I'm starting to too, because man, but we don't know if somebody's gonna be as highly graded defensively and equally as highly graded offensively. That's why I think it'll be tough for somebody to duplicate that. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't going off no PFF. Dion, matter of fact, Dion said it, bro. You can go look up the video now. Dion said he got another one.
He did, yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
play both ways.
He said it, he did say he had a young bull. Yup. He
uh
100% said that.
I'm not saying it's gonna be a while before we see that type of production, but if I feel like one day eventually some kids gonna be just as gonna do exactly what we seen Travis do one day. And his numbers might not be as better than Travis either, but I just think we're gonna see something like that comparable for sure one day. One day. Just because
this
they
is
don't give him the opportunity. Sorry.
this is the hardest era to recruit college athletes in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's not
True.
even a
Yeah,
question. We
100%.
we can keep going.
Bill Belich
Buddy from
go
BYU just got 7 million.
damn. Bill Belichick will make UNC contenders in college football now that he has a job.
False. That's
I'm gonna
false.
say true. I'm gonna say true, Malik.
That's false. Bill Belichick got to recruit the players to make them a contender.
But he in a good spot because you know, and Dre know this too. North Carolina, a good football state.
But but
Okay.
but North Carolina got one of the worst NIL programs around for football right now. Bro.
Mm.
North Carolina. We as much as we are like the basketball school has risen to prominence of where when you talk about Carolina, you think of the basketball team, but Carolina's one of the better academic schools as well, bro. They
That's a fact.
truly care about academics. And right now, from what I've been reading, it's been a little tussle between what are we going to go in or do more for the sports, or are we gonna keep allocating our money towards making sure we ain't left behind academically as well. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I think Bill Belichick's just a stopgap for him. But I am anxious to see what he does coaches on the field because he know how to coach some defense. So I want to see if he can get some young guys to lock in and play some good defense for real. That's what I'm most excited.
If O State doesn't make the national championship, Ryan Day will be fired.
It's false. A lot of people might say he should, but they don't got nobody they can go get right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say false as well. Mine's a little different though, Malik. I mean, he look at his record. He has success. It's
Ryan
just
Day
against O
ain't
State. I mean, excuse me, Michigan. Just Michigan, where they, you know what I mean? If you look at his overall Big Ten record, he's sweeping through everything. He's stepping on everything.
it's not enough.
I know.
It's not enough, man.
Russell Wilson should win Comeback Player of the Year.
No. I don't know who should win it, but it shouldn't be Russell. Russell Wilson had a good year last year.
I'm gonna say true.
I don't know what the comeback story is. Russell Wilson ain't with nowhere. Him and Sean Payton was beefing. So they ended up
But you know, they tried
getting
to
out
play him like
together.
he was washed last year, though, Lake.
Bro, that's media narrative. That's the media. That's what I be trying to tell you, bro. It's the media. It's the media, bro. The same way that they will, like you said, the narrative of that it was Russ's wash. That's why he's for the Steelers. That's why he's at the Steelers now. He's a comeback story, bro. Take it back to the same thing last year, bro. Russell Wilson had the Broncos in playoff position. They came and asked Russell Wilson to take a pay cut because they were playing so well. They didn't think they would be playing that well and be where they are. Russell Wilson was winning games. They asked him to take a pay cut. Russell Wilson said, fuck no. And I would have said the same thing. All that money I'm making, bro, I'm not taking no pay cut.
Heard
So
you.
what did Sean Payton do? Put him on the bench, sabotage the season. But go look at Russell Wilson's stats last year. He ain't played bad at all. That's media propaganda, bro. I'm sick of the media. I wish I could talk to some of them, bro, and tell them, like, I don't know, you got to tell me what's going on. Are they making you do this? Or is this how you really feel?
Right.
I need to know, bro, because some of what they be doing on the TV is crazy.
I think it's a little bit of both, honestly, especially with Stephen A. with Big
Yeah,
Head.
Stephen A is a puppet right now.
Yeah.
Pushing narratives. But Acho and them on the same type of time, bro.
Word.
Acho he love hanging on that we played and we all been in the locker room. You cooning too, bro. We see it.
Sean Payton is the NFL Coach of the Year.
No. If the Broncos make the playoffs, maybe. But no.
I'm gonna say true. Who else would you give it to, Lee?
I think Mike Tomlin's got a case. I
He
think
does.
Kevin O'Connell's got a case.
100%. He does. Yep.
Yeah, those would be my top two. Right there.
Michael Penix should get an opportunity to play in Atlanta.
True.
I'm gonna say true. Yeah.
Kirk stinks. Everybody knew Kirk stinks, though, bro. And this is why I be talking about media propaganda now. See, it's a little different with local radio, but y'all know I live in the A. So I be listening to the radio, bro. When they got Kirk Cousins, bro, the lies they was telling, bro. I'm riding through the city like, yo, they lying, like they just lying to the people, bro. Like like you know what I'm saying. And it's sad because that division is sad right now. You know, outside of Baker, my guy Baker playing good football, but if you got a good enough team, good enough quarterback, that division's for the taking right now. You know what I'm saying? And the Falcons were supposed to be doing that, but everybody know Kirk Cousins is a pumpkin, man. It's all a smoke screen. It's all a smoke screen. He looked good in the regular season, but you can't count on him when you need to count on him. Yes,
You got
Penix.
Oh, you said true too.
Yeah, I said true. Yeah.
Penix.
Aaron Rodgers should retire.
True.
I say false. He can't go out like this, Malik.
He shouldn't go out like this, but there ain't no other. What's a good way for Aaron Rodgers to go out right about now?
Yeah.
They not going to the Super Bowl.
He just messing around, might risk getting hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Like he just ruining his legacy right now. This is terrible football he's been playing the last few years.
Yeah.
Terrible. Zach Wilson got more wins than Aaron Rodgers, bro.
That's crazy.
And they was on Zach Wilson's head.
Yes, they were.
They wanted Zach Wilson gone. And Rodgers came in and can't get more wins right now than Zach Wilson.
Mm-mm-mm. The Lakers are done
Washed.
unless they make a trade.
True.
Yeah, they might be done because Bron can't carry him, and if
He
AD
can't
ain't gonna be
sustain
out
it.
there
Yeah.
every night, you need somebody else. You know, or if AD can't give you the same thing every single night as far as like how he was playing at such a high level, you need somebody else out there that can help him besides
He slowed
Bron.
down. I ain't been watching the games.
He
And
slowed down.
he
Yeah,
slowed
y'all
down.
know he was leading the league in scoring at the beginning.
Yeah, he started
That's
out
no longer the
tough.
case.
He
What
slowed
you
down, and
need from
that's
AD?
okay. You can have a little rough stretch. You know what I'm saying? But for the Lakers, it's hard for him to have a rough stretch
He can't. He can't have
because
a rough.
Bron getting so much. Yeah, Bron getting
Yeah.
older. It's
Yeah,
hard for Bron to carry that
AD
load like
low
he
key
did.
getting older too though. Like AD
Not
is
exactly for sure.
31.
we all the same age.
Yeah. But in basketball years,
Yeah.
that's the old head status for real.
Yeah.
Uh okay, that was our last hot take segment. Now it's time for our CSN pick six. Leak, give me three. K, give me three. What y'all got?
For me, I got that is hilarious, man. I I got to pick two because we were supposed to do this yesterday
Oh
before the
my
game.
bad. Oh, you
Rams
picked
plus
you picked the Rams, yeah.
Rams plus 3 was 100% one of my picks. 100%. Outside of that, though, I got Army Navy game this weekend coming. Army minus 6.5. I take that. And I'll take Tampa Bay plus 3. Uh, but I'm gonna have to search to give you another one because I totally forgot about that.
Okay, what you got?
Yeah, so for my three, um, we got the Bears and Vikings coming up Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Vikings -7 against the Bears, although that is a division game. You know, they are rivals. But I like the Vikings at home to handle business against the Bears, so I'm taking them -7. Um, Next, we got the Patriots and Cardinals. Again, it's a tough game, because the Patriots, of course, they've been real spotty in reference to how they've been playing this year, despite the 3-10 record. Cardinals was number 1 in the division for a few weeks, but it's kind of leveled out a little bit. But I'm taking Arizona at -6 as they host New England. And then lastly, this may shock some people, but it shouldn't. I got the Chiefs traveling to Cleveland to play the Browns. I got Kansas City at -4.5 this upcoming Sunday. So those are my three for the pick six segment. What you got, League City?
Well, I gave y'all my two.
Did you find another one?
My other one was going to be Kansas City uh, versus Cleveland as well, but I also found another one too at the same time. I'll take Washington Washington -7 versus New Orleans this
First the
week.
Saints.
I don't even know who that quarterback is New Orleans about to put out there on that field. Yeah, but he ain't gonna win.
Where moving on to college basketball, I just got one question for you all. What's going on with the Tar Heels and how can they improve?
Bro, I
Like we
don't
gotta
know.
start we gotta start Drake Powell low key. I think that would help number one. But it's just tough, man.
Y'all got them small guards.
Got small
They
guards.
all play the same.
Key.
I told you what it was, bruh, at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
We don't got them dogs inside. Like
Yeah.
we
And
need,
you ain't got like a big post presence either. So
and that's what we've
y'all
had
look
that for
undersized a lot of games.
decades. We are
Mhm.
undersized. We
Yeah.
we haven't been undersized in decades, but
Hmm.
for the first time I can remember in a long
Across
time,
all scopes, like all
we
positions.
are a small team.
Yeah. And not quite scrappy enough to be a small
Nah,
team.
not at all. Yeah.
And
We
us starting
sorry.
Drake Powell leak, that would only make us smaller.
Yeah, we sorry, bro. I think Withers gotta go to the pine though, for sure. I might start Powell in Washington, let Withers come off or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
Might as
that's
well.
yeah. Might even start the young bull. Let one of them somebody else come let little what's the bull's name? Ian Jackson. Yeah. I might even let him start and bring somebody else in off the pine, bro. Like,
Like who?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I just don't like the 3 guard lineup we got. I like our 3 guards, but I don't like them playing together like that, bro. I don't know why. It just looks a little funny, and maybe it's
And
because we
they
ain't got
they
that post presence, but it
they
just
the
looks funny.
same
Yeah,
guards for real. Like
yeah.
let's give them the ball, get out the way. They gonna throw it up at the rim. So um moving on to the NBA. We're about 20 games in, or a little over 20 games rather. Who are some legit contenders in the league right now?
OKC for sure. Dallas. Um, the Suns.
I was about to say the Suns.
OKC, Dallas, the Suns. I always got to throw the Nuggets up there because of Joker, even though they're like bottom of the standings right now. I want to say they're like the eighth seed when I was checking last night. Um, East,
Cleveland.
yeah, East, you got Cleveland. I think Orlando is a good young team. We've talked about them before. Of course, Boston. Philadelphia is selling.
What about the Knicks? How they playing?
The Knicks look good. The Knicks look real good also. I like how the Knicks look. And I'm also throw the Timberwolves in there. They shooting a lot of threes right now. But I like, how Anthony Edwards is looking this year, with the addition of Julius Randle. So those I'm cutting the deck after that though. Those are my 7 to 8 teams that I think have a real shot at the title.
You want to add or take away?
Did you say Milwaukee? Because I didn't hear you say Milwaukee.
No, he
I did
didn't.
not say
He didn't. He
Milwaukee.
didn't say Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's in there. Milwaukee mess around, make it to the finals. Remember, I told y'all this.
Hmm.
They starting to
um,
figure it out if you're paying attention.
Nah, they are. They ain't
That's
balling
gonna
low
be
key.
a tough out.
cool. That's all the questions I had. Um, now we can take a moment to reflect on how far we've come in the last 3.5 years.
Yeah.
To get to episode 100, Kay kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. But again, speaking to this year specifically, uh, we all have grown in our personal lives, and it requires a little bit more attention and a little bit more detail for us to figure out how to record weekly or bi-weekly, whatever it ends up being. So I'm extremely proud of this group, because I mention it all the time. And like we had another podcast that didn't make it, to necessarily season 2. We didn't make it past 20 episodes, or I think we might have got just to 10 episodes. And it's a testament to Kayvon's consistency and fortitude, because he reels us in. And we may go at it for a little bit, but at the end of the day, we know it's all love. We understand each other, and we're here, for each other. So I appreciate y'all. And like Kay said, wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. I'm doing it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of days where I want to say, forget it, but I don't want to let y'all down. So, love y'all.
Man, love you too, man. I know, with me, on a business standpoint, I know I got to do a better job marketing, not only the pod, but marketing, just information that comes out, what I'm saying, such as, like Juan Soto signing with the Mets, or, just big news that happens in the sports industry. That's one thing. We were doing a good job the first couple years, but we kind of fell back a little bit. Definitely got to continue to build our presence on social media regarding Twitter specifically. Um, definitely, definitely, just got to continue to improve, not only with communication amongst us, but, just with tapping in and, continuing to tackle unique and different topics. You know what I mean?
Gotta get back
Um,
to them interviews too.
oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Malik and I have talked about this too. We go through waves where we want to do interviews, but I ain't gonna front. I love hearing y'all on the pod. So I'm cool with going 3 4 months where we don't do interviews because I love hearing y'all on the pod. You know what I'm
I just
saying?
like our interview uh, quality.
Yeah,
We
for
just got
sure.
good interviews, you know what I'm saying? So it's I don't mind.
We've been striking gold with the
Yeah, I was
interviews.
gonna say I
Yeah.
don't mind sitting around because we know when we got to get one in, and
It's
it's
gonna be legendary.
we've always hit them on the head. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel you on that. But we definitely got to get another one or a couple more in soon.
Yeah. I mean, I just ran in the pit the other night, pit down to come on. Y'all know Aiden, as soon
I
as the
still want to
season,
do the Cottrell joint if we can, bruh.
for
I want to do
sure.
the Cottrell joint.
We waiting on Aiden to finish his season. So he could come on. That's somebody that's love you, boy. You've been willing to come on since we first started. Cook wanted to do part two. Y'all know he the new head coach at Capital High School. He reached out to me and told me he wanted to do part two. We're gonna take care of that after the season. So I know when Dree and I was speaking, or maybe it was Malik. We had mentioned having Dob on again. I love you too, boy. So we
We
got a
got
lot of.
a lot of people we can tap into.
No,
You
that's for
know,
sure. We got a mean clip.
Uncle Corn at Marshall.
Yup. Yeah, that'd be major. Yup.
We can tap into, and then all the folks in North Carolina that I've
And the
networked with.
interviews, I ain't never worried about the interviews. When it's time, it's time. I already know because
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's just a
won't
matter
do it
of
if it ain't
we
gonna
got a
be
clip.
good.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know, I'm gonna speak up. We don't need to interview somebody. I'm gonna tell you. I don't think so. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think so. Yeah.
But he's stupid.
So if you ain't made it, it's because Lee said no. No,
Yeah,
I'm
if
just
you ain't
playing.
made it, I might have said no. I might have said no.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Yo, Lee, you got
Nah,
anything to add? My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut
nah,
you
man,
off.
I'm appreciative, to have the outlet, to talk about sports. This is something we do, regularly if we be around each other, even with Dree here, y'all heard me and Dree go back and forth with the hoop talk all the time. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like, so it's a beautiful thing, man. I mean, it's nothing for me as far as like to get on here and to commit myself to do it, weekly. Yeah, sometimes, like Dree said, life get in the way. You don't want to get on here. You might be tired, but it's always effortless, you know what I'm saying? I don't be wanting to let nobody down either. So, it's a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to K, like Dree said as well. K is the engine of this thing for sure. And Dree is right there, you know, helping him fix anything, you know what I'm saying, that needs fixed as well. I can say that, being on the inside looking, these two definitely help this thing go way more than I do, so appreciate you guys for that as well. I'm always be here for y'all, you know. But yeah, man, 100 episodes. I didn't know we was coming up on 100 episodes. These, like I said, these things is effortless. I just get on, I do them. I enjoy it. Podcast has been a passion of mine for a long time. You know, uh, just because I enjoy listening to them more than anything. So why not do it? Myself with people that I love, people that I care about, So yeah, man. 100 episodes. I don't know how many more we got to go. I couldn't even think that far down the road. Just know they're gonna keep coming. Pause. and and just know that, we're here for the long haul, and I am very appreciative of you two for sure. Much love.
For sure.
Nah, for sure, man.
Hey,
Before we
brother.
close out, I love y'all too, of course. I just want y'all to know all that hating, all that sucker talking y'all was doing. Y'all see that ain't stop nothing. You underdig? We got interviews Woody Woods ain't even got. And that's no knock to the old head, because I like Woody. You know what I'm saying? But he don't even got this type of portfolio. And he a radio personality. You understand what I'm saying to y'all? So just know we working. Nobody's gonna outwork us. You know what I mean? We got three amazing personalities and we all different in our own way. You know what I mean? Malik and I turned, yes, but we still different in our own way. You know what I mean? Dree is the glue that helps, keep us together. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as, when he too high, when I'm too high, just as far as, our emotions running high, she always keeps us in check and I appreciate her for that. And shoot, Malik just, on a professional and personal level, he calms me down a lot too. I was giving him his flowers on the phone the other night. So, like I said, man, we ain't gonna stop. That's our slogan. You won't outwork us. You dig? We're gonna keep coming. You know what I mean? Keep stacking these episodes. Keep killing y'all with the content, man. Like I said, you know, we got a D1 hooper right here to my left. We got a D1 football player that we sharing the screen with. And you got, you know what I mean? You got young Mike Lowry in the flesh. So I mean, it's only recipe for success. You dig? With that said, man, this your boy KVZ. I'm with Leak the God, Drizzy. This episode 100. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, and view the content. And we out, man. Peace and blessings. Episode 100.
Peace.